Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week with Lass Alex on Project Cars, just carrying that little bit too much speed around a corner and then parking his car pointing at the sky. Yeah, you just see the car kind of gets a little bit airborne, turns a bit too soon to the corner, and then we go for a spectacular tumble off the barrier. And yeah, well, that is well and truly wedged. Serious swag again on Project Cars, driving in the wet at Zolder. Again, little too much speed through the turn, gets it out on the grass, fights and fights and fights and can't quite get it under control. Ends up collecting an AI. Said AI, though, is not too pleased about this particular accident and decides to punish him by getting the car stuck off of the road, and now nobody's going anywhere. Yeah, that's a very angry AI. You're not going to move your Formula C car there. That's well and truly stuck up against the wall. More shenanigans with the open-wheeled cars at Watkins Glen going through the S's. Things do not go well for the Lotuses ahead. And they just everybody pile in. Just all of the broken Lotuses this part of the track. Open-wheeled cars are dangerous on Project Cars. Doesn't take much to cause some issues. That's so Hagen on Watch Dogs, driving a sort of Rolls-Royce Wraith lookalike. Falls off the train tracks and finds the world's strongest curb. I mean, we've seen cars roll off curbs many a time. This one stops a Rolls-Royce in full flight. Completely stops the Rolls-Royce dead. That is a very strong curb. G6 drop on Horizon 2, going in a very, very fast Alpha. Gets it wrong, kind of grinding along the wall until the Alpha decides it wants to be a plane. Then's had enough of that and wants to be a submarine. Yeah, the Alphas are a little bit too fast. They kind of break things. AOP baseline on Assassin's Creed 4 is sort of taking out an enemy ship. They're trying to board it. The problem is the enemy ship kind of drifted into some rocks. And now the crew of this guy's ship is now trying to pull it alongside the enemy ship while they're all embroiled in the rocks. This is less than ideal, I will be honest. You can see that there's a guy just floating up there with a gun. Somebody fell off. The assassin's character was stuck in there for a while. The ships have kind of shifted again, and we come out of the rocks. I mean, this is a clever tactic from the enemy boat here. If you hide your vessel inside some rocks, it's very hard to board, funnily enough. You can kind of see it. There's a little bit of a gap. This guy doesn't really quite know what's best to do at this moment in time. The ship's sort of just stuck in the rocks over there. Like, the game is still gradually trying to pull them together. This guy's ship is starting to tip up onto its side. The ship that he's trying to board is at a very unconventional angle. We go for the swinging rope across, but that's not really going to work because the boats are now doing all sorts of crazy things. The boat is sort of tipping and rolling and now's trying to eat him. One of the crew fell off. Look, there goes. One of the crew's fallen off. Now the boat is all sorts of unhappy as it stuck on its side, glitching out massively. One of the crew tried to climb back on the boat. I think he did. And then they start fighting. Yeah. It turns out boats and rocks don't really go together that well. Enemy ASD on Dirt Rally going for a big roll at the Linden Hills circuit. Yeah, it's very, very easy to get things wrong on that curb. And Freeman on Dirt Rally also has some issues this time with a Lancia Fulvia. Just running a little bit too wide at Monte Carlo, and the front-wheel drive Lancia is well and truly stuck on the snowbank. Zombie Cheese onto GTA 5, showing some instant karma to the guy trying to spin him out. He successfully spins this guy, and then he manages to pretty much reverse it. That's, yeah, well done there. Well done. That was just perfect timing, and he managed to keep on the lead. Next up, the police. The GTA 5 police. How we have laughed at your stupidity. I think this one, though, may just take the biscuit. This guy's trying to get away from a 2-star wanted rating. Not only has the policeman managed to drive into a train and now got stuck, this guy is successfully hiding in a bush. All my versus the police series is useless. All you need to do is hide in a bush. One car is driving into the train tracks, another one is driving into a pole. Yeah, the police are fantastic. LM145 on GTA 5 with his car that's stuck in the ammunition. They're trying to decide what's the best thing to do with it. Bullet decides that give it a nudge, and then ammunition decides to eat it. I'm not quite sure What happened to the poor Stratum there? It's gone. It is certainly well and truly gone for good. Regular score 1, trying to land a helicopter. Now, this helicopter may not have been the best made one ever. No wonder it was so cheap as the tail fin just falls off instantly. Now, admittedly, it's not exactly healthy to bump the tail sort of area of the helicopter on something. Normally, the GTA 5 ones can survive a little bit more punishment than that. They don't normally just fall apart instantaneously. General Tommy Gun on Need for Speed Rivals. Now, you know it's a bad crash when your car gets sent to hell. So first of all, he gets a little bit of a jump and then starts falling through the map, and then everything goes very weird as the car kind of gets this strange red tinge and then the sky is black. Yep, you've managed to get your car sent to hell. And finally, we have Ace331 for the win on ASSetto Corsa with my favourite clip so far of Subaru BRZs that just want to wiggle. I don't know why they are doing this. I wonder if the track conditions may have been set to sort of the very low grip ones. Look at them go! Forget about drifting. We have the wiggle train going on here of all of the silly Subarus. I have no idea. There's a strange texture glitch going on there as well. Look at them go. The guy gets spun out in the end, but look at the Subarus go as they crest the hill. They're in 2 lines now, wiggling their way through the course, getting very close to the barrier out there. Yeah, it's I don't know what caused them to do that, but it is absolutely fantastic. Anyway, though, that is it for this episode of FailRace. If you have clips you would like to submit to this series, then you can via our forums. There'll be a link in the description. Very top of the page, there is a FailRace clip submission section, and in there you can find all of the rules and how to submit clips. But that is it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.